Here's a paper doll I made of a young wizard whose power comes from the marks he etches into his own glass heart. But the heart is not entirely disconnected. Open his shirt and you can see the ghostly marks appear in the hollow where his heart should be. Here's a tutorial for how I made him and all of my other paper dolls. I start with super rough sausage-looking shapes for the limbs and torso. This is quick, sloppy, and laid out in roughly the orientation it will be connected. This helps visualize size and proportion. Don't forget that to joint a limb together, you can't just cut it into 3 pieces. The pieces have to overlap each other in smooth circles like this. I draw the head and hands first and make them proportionally large because they give the most character to the doll. For the outfit, I consult my reference library to see how artists throughout history have depicted wizards. I like our character as a naive princeling who's dabbling in powers beyond his control, and this biblical magi's outfit will be a great reference point. I'll use a light table to make sure the opening shirt flaps match both the size and pattern of the torso. Then I'll cut them out and put them in place. To attach them, I'll cut a slit in the torso, insert this paper tab, and glue it down on the back. I'll give it a few test runs and really fold it down so it's easy to open. Then it's time to start painting. I use cheap craft paint and treat my pencil drawing like a coloring book. Not much detail, just getting color onto the page. I fill in all the areas around the pattern and erase the unneeded shirt pattern underneath the flaps. I'm also going to bring in some liquid gold leaf for that opulent feel. I keep building up paint layers until it's time to get careful and add the black outlines that will really make everything pop. For the ghostly heart effect, I'm using this abaca paper that I made a while back. It's just translucent enough to show through in the light. Finally, here's every piece fully painted. I put a circle of the abaca paper on the back of the hole I cut in his chest and painted the tally marks in white. It may look a little messy, but at this point every piece is ready to be cut out with an X-Acto knife. Change blades frequently to achieve a nice sharp edge, and set aside the cut pieces on a separate surface. Arrange them as if they're connected to check proportions. His arms are a little long, so I'll remove these parts to shorten them. Once I'm happy, I use a brush pen to color all of the white edges black for a much cleaner, crisper look. Then it's time to connect the pieces. I use these brads, which are sold online and in craft stores. I usually use black or white, but this character needs some gold. With 2 pieces in place, pierce straight through both with your knife, then make tiny X's on the pierce marks. I'm also removing some bulk that I know won't be needed. Add the brad through both pieces and secure the arms. Tighter means he'll hold a pose, looser means freer movement. Check for fit and shave off slivers of the pieces with your knife if you need to reshape them. Repeat for every joint and our wizard is alive and ready to make bad magical decisions.